For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. I'd like to start off this lesson by giving all praises, all blessings to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect men of Israel, pushing this word in all truth and in sincerity, risking their life and livelihood in doing so in these times more than any other time. All right, because this is it right now, man. Okay. Right now, if you don't know what the chip is, okay, if you don't know, well, Salakia, if you don't know what the, same thing, mark of the beast, okay, which is spoken of in Revelation, the 13th chapter. If you don't know what that is, if you don't know what's coming to America in the near future, in maybe months, weeks, or days, even hours, okay, because we don't know, no man knoweth the day of the Lord, okay, but there are a few prophecies, okay, which must take place, just like the hands of a clock, okay, in order to get to 7, all right, you have to go through, 5 and 6, okay, so, these prophecies or prophecies are very relevant. The Bible is a very relevant book, all right, right now more so than ever, all right, and becoming a Hebrew Israelite and teaching, all right, is not it's not for everybody, okay, so the Lord has to put you in that position. You can't make yourself be in that position, okay, no, you can't buy that position, okay, you can't strong arm or muscle, okay, or intimidate your way into that position, all right. Oh man, looks like a lot of traffic. Shalom to the women and children, okay, because you're also going to suffer for this truth at some point. Lord willing, your suffering won't be grievous, and that Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, well, he will be with you in those in that time, all right. And so I'm gonna share a story. I'm not gonna make this long. I'm gonna share a story. I fish, I hunt or whatever, and you know, I'm here in Chicago. All right. Come on, bitch, get your dumb ass hit. Salakia, right? Um, it's early in the morning, so it's rush hour. All right, rush hour traffic, and people who already can't drive. Okay, they want to test their ability of how much they can't drive. But anyway, I fish, I hunt and all that. So one of my fishing buddies, um, he we were talking and he called me or whatever. Oh wow, somebody crashed. See, somebody knocked down a light pole early in the morning. Um, he called me. All right, so a lot of you people here in Chicago, especially you Jakes, man, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. I hear you sing that damn song all the time of how, um, you know, white man can't do nothing to you, or white man is not responsible for what your situation. And a lot of you individuals, it's sad. It's actually sorry that you don't know the reason of your poverty. You see, a lot of you, Jakes, in the ghettos, in the cities, even in wherever you are, man, around the world, actually. Okay, you are in a stupor, man. You're in a stupor. Okay, look that word up, stupor. Okay, a lot of you say the same thing. Oh man, the white man's not responsible for what you doing. It's not their fault. A lot of you, would love to believe that, man. Okay, and there's a scripture that says, "My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge." Okay, roughly paraphrasing the scripture. It says, "My people are destroyed." Who are the Lord's people? So-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Those are only the Lord's people. Now, yeah, he created all the people of the earth. Okay? Yeah, he created all the people of the earth. But he chose you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, okay? Whose bloodlines go back to uh, Jacob and Isaac and Abraham, all right? So this song that you're singing, or that's in your mind, oh man, it's not the white man's fault. Not the white man's fault. White man didn't do it. He didn't make Billy go and shoot little John John. He didn't do that. See, and that's your ignorance. A lot of you Jakes, you go places and you're ignorant. Esau knows that you Jakes are, he knows that you're ignorant. Okay? You wear your ignorance, your stupidity with the badge, man. A lot of you Jakes, man. A lot of rappers, they get money, okay? And, they go and they live among Esau and around the so-called white man, okay? And, they do certain things, and the so-called white man, he looks and he can't believe how ignorant, you Jakes are. But, it goes to show, okay, and they'll give you their daughter, okay? They'll give you their daughter because you are the least threat to the white man as anything, man. You are the least threat to white supremacy, okay? You're pretty much like Malcolm X, okay? When Malcolm X says, the master says, "I'm sick," and then the slave says, "Oh, we sick, master." Okay, we sick, That type of mentality is the mentality of 2/3 of our people. Okay? And so saying that, because like I said, the name of this lesson is going to be switches in scriptures, the drill. Okay, this is the drill. All right, and so since these people in the industry, they like to bring Hebrew Israelites, into their discussion, say certain things. Oh my goodness. Make Hebrew Israelites, try to make this a comedy. Well, we're gonna, we're gonna put a swing on it. Thanks for welcoming us, okay, to the platform. All right. So anyway, here in Chicago, okay, is a very racist city. Okay, now, again, I told you that I fish. I was one of my buddies that fishes. All right. He called me and was telling me this story. Okay, so you know, Chicago is a very, very, very racist city. It's even more racist than down. I've been to Jackson. I've been to Louisiana. Okay, places in the South. Uh, uh, Arkansas. Alabama. These so-called Edomites here in Chicago are far more racist than they are in the South. In fact, a lot of times these employers, what they do is, you got the Chicago police, they employ some of the people who are from the South, okay, and bring them into the West, okay, because, the people in the South, they know how to, conceal, conceal racism and how to operate on the level, okay. They mix in, okay, and join, their white supremacist forces together. All right. So a lot of times, you Jakes, you don't understand, okay, poverty. You think, yeah, man, my mother, she made a few bad choices and decisions, which, she was born stuck in a quicksand. Okay. Her mother, she was born stuck in the quicksand. Your father, he was born stuck in the quicksand, okay, which is white supremacy. So, all it took was just for them to move around, just a little bit, and then they, that's because that's the way that their habitat, just like you got an aquarium, you may have some turtles, or, you get an aquarium and you put some fish, you create its habitat, okay? That's how you create for your animals. You may get lizards, you may get snakes, whatever, okay? But you create an environment for those animals to live in, okay? And, hey, Esau has created an environment for us to live in, okay? Yeah. And guess what? Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai has given him the power to do it, okay? He's given the so-called white man the power and the authority to do it. Now, does it, make it right for the so-called white man to do? No, man. Okay? Because what the so-called white man is, what he's doing is he's displaying his wickedness. Okay? He's displaying his wickedness. Okay? His wickedness has taken the helm. Okay? It's taken the steering wheel, you know, and that's just his natural mannerism. Okay? Going back to Jacob and Esau. Okay? Um, you know, the so-called white man is inherently, okay, genetically an evil, wicked uh, seed of people. Okay, and you'll say, well, what about the white woman? Y'all be, what about the, yeah, white woman too. But the thing with the white woman is, she can be somewhat submissive. Okay, women are submissive. Okay, and you see the so-called black woman, she's the most submissive. Okay, uh, look at this, man. They are going totally crazy this morning, man. She is the most submissive, all right, uh, creature, okay, to the point to where she is dumb as hell, okay. She's, she's dumb to the bullshit, all right. She's an ultimate crash test dummy. That's why her children, they crash out, okay. And I'm just talking just to make this just a longer video, all right. This is really a short video. I've already gone over the scripture. So, saying that, okay, to say, all right, all Israel are not going, and all Israel do not, okay, as the apostles always say, they're not going to look like John Shaft, okay, they're not going to look like OJ, okay, they're not going to look like Steph Curry, okay. They're all not going to look like so-called black people. And so, so when we're talking about strangers in the scriptures, sometimes you'll see that word stranger in the scriptures, and you'll say, a person who doesn't know any well will say, hey, see, it says stranger. So that means that they're talking about other nations of people. That means they're talking about other nations of people, which can be the strangers. And so, no, man, okay? Because if roughly paraphrasing the scriptures, I'm driving right now, all right? Roughly paraphrasing the scripture says, remember that you, talking about you, the Israelites, were a stranger, okay, in Egypt, okay? There were times when we were strangers in other lands, all right? We, right now, okay, we do not live in Israel, okay? Right now, a lot of us celebrated Christmas, and you should know this. A lot of us celebrated Christmas. A lot of these customs that are not, truly our custom, okay? Truly our customs, all right? We don't identify with these customs. They have no resonance or they give us no power. They actually decrease us, all right? Yet we still, year by year, we celebrate them, take part in them. Oh, it's Father's Day. Oh, it's Mother's Day. Oh, it's Kids Day, all right? It's Thursday, all right? Whatever. Okay? So we were strangers because we had no knowledge, okay, of our power, Okay? Our power, our resource. Because you Jakes, you're always talking about resources. Oh, we need more resources. Okay, we had no understanding of who our resource, okay, is, man. Okay, resource, the source. Okay, our power, who is Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Now you know you get a lot of lukewarm Israelites. Okay, they you start hearing them. At one point they were saying Yahweh Why, Yahweh Shai, and then you start kind of hearing them fall off into this Jesus and this Christ, which has no value to our people. Okay, the name Jesus and Christ has no value. It's not a resource. It's detrimental. Okay, look it up. All right. And so, getting back to the story, he was fishing. All right, and so, my buddy, he said, a lot of times when you go fishing, you don't know if you're gonna catch a fish or not. Okay, you're just going in off faith. All right, so and technique. Okay, pretty much how teaching this word is, man. You go off faith and technique. All right. And the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, does the rest. Okay. Because again, even the spirit of fish, you certain technique, fish can't resist it. And just like the elect, okay, he tries certain techniques, and the elect, okay, these spirits that were created from the beginning of the earth, they're not going to resist your presentation of how you presented, okay, that bait or that scripture, all right? And then they're going to bite, and then they're going to be hooked, okay, and saved ultimately, okay, because they have tasted of the truth, okay? And so all the time you don't carry a lot of equipment. You may carry you want to travel. Always travel light. Take the essential things. All right, even when fishing. Unless you're going on, going to go. Weekend warrior. All right, you go out. Take everything. Got the kids, and a lot of times. That's why a lot of times kids really don't like fishing. A lot of fishing spots, they're no good anymore because Esau is he's hell bent on destroying the environment. Okay, as you see, you look in Alaska, they have wiped out most of the salmon. Okay. Esau Edom, he's wiped out most of the salmon in the world, okay, by population, what is it called, farming, these fish farms that they have in the ocean, dropping waste and chemicals that, when these fish, they don't even have a chance, okay? So that, the same thing that they're doing to the people, they're doing to the wildlife, okay? The trees, okay? Now, the trees are supposed to filter the oxygen, but they're, Esau is making, this devil is making chemicals, and all, and you Jakes, man, you Jakes talk about, it's not the white man's fault, the white man didn't do it. So you a goddamn idiot, man. See, you need to, sometimes it's okay to just shut the fuck up, man. You Jakes, you say creative things. You come up with some creative shit to say. You have a little saying, okay, my mind is my nine, all right? That's some creative Jake shit. It's catchy. My mind is my nine, okay? And yeah, that's the way you want. You want your mind to be your nine, okay? You don't want to have to resort to using weapons, okay? And a lot of times money is a weapon. You're putting money in the face of of an individual. You're flashing money in the face of an individual who may be your friend, but money has power of influence, man. Okay? And Esau knows that. And that's why he does his best to keep money out of your hand. You notice, how crime is able to run rampant right now. Okay? Because there's no money. Once upon a time you had drug money that was rampant throughout the streets of America. Okay? Drug money, money from drugs, and it was making a lot of Jakes millionaires. Okay? And so the white man don't want you to be no goddamn millionaire. So, you see Jake doing crime right now, okay? And Jake, he comes up with the way to become a millionaire, So Esau didn't want that for you. So he put the police out, and the police were doing a hell of a job then. Okay? They were doing a hell of a job then, cleaning the streets up, tackling drug dealers. Okay? They were breaking all kind of laws, all right? To make sure that you didn't get any money. And they're doing the same thing now with TikTok, YouTube. You're creating this content on social media, and you're making money. You're getting money, and you're getting information. You're becoming informed. A person an informed mind is a weaponized mind. All right, it's a military mind, and they don't want you to have a military mind. You going to shoot at the ops? You're not a goddamn military mind. Your ass is a sissy. A lot of these individuals, and I said this a lot of times, man. Knowing this growing up, now there's a few there's a few instances to where, okay, you may have a person who kills people. Okay, now he may can fight. Okay, he may can fight. Some people. But for the most part, a lot of these murderers and killers, that you see on the rap scene, they're sissies, man. Okay? They're sissies. A lot of these gangbangers, they're sissies. Now, a lot of them, yeah, they could fight. There's a lot of them could scrap. But they could scrap only against, maybe somebody who can't really scrap. Okay? Somebody who can't fight. Okay? Who has no knowledge. Fighting ain't everybody's cup of tea. But, being put in the place that you're at, okay, in the ghetto, okay, around people who have poverty, well, then you're going to fight. Because guess what? Where there's poverty, there's miseducation. Okay? There's miseducation. And so the Lord has raised up prophets in these last days to guide you through his way, through his path. All right? Not through this white supremacist path. You got Jake's repeating ridiculous things talking about, oh man, the white man was King James. You know, they're still talking that white man is King James, man. And when you hear someone say that the white man is King James, you need to just walk away from him, man, because that person has no understanding. Okay? That person has no understanding whatsoever. The Bible was made by white people. You need to just walk away, man. Just walk away from them. Because the Bible condemns so-called white people, man. Now you're having all of these crackpots pop up on the internet. And, you know, they're repeating the same thing that we're saying. Okay? The Apostle Gabar, for years he's been saying that we're not black people, we're not black, you know. And yeah, Malcolm X said the same thing, okay? But the Apostle Gabar, he puts emphasis on that, okay? And you know, and you have to. Okay, sometimes you be like, damn, why you keep saying that, man? You know, yeah. You know, but you see that you have to put emphasis on it. And now, Jake, you're seeing that you have to put emphasis on not being identified or identifying as a black person. Okay? And so, getting back to the story, because this truth is not about a black person or a white person, all right? It's about, are you an Israelite or not? Okay? And that's the reason, okay, of this video, okay? And we're on the subject of strangers in the scriptures. Sometime in the scriptures, you will see stranger, and it's actually talking about someone of another nation, okay? But when it's in reference to an Israelite and Israel, a lot of times you will see that word stranger, and it's talking about an Israelite who just, you know, who's been used to practicing other customs and traditions. You know, a person who is outside of the knowledge of them being an Israelite. Okay, you know, you'll hear people say, Bruce Lee, okay, is an Israelite. People, oh man, look at that nigga. Look at Bruce Lee. Don't look shit like no. You know what I'm saying? Yao Ming, you know, he's not. You know, he may be an Israelite or you know. Oh man, look at okay. He don't look like no. He don't look like no nigga. That nigga, he look like a child. No, man. This is not about that. All right. So, going to the story to show you how this is, you know, not about that. My buddy, he was fishing in Chicago, and he was catching his fish again. All right. And so he was just throwing his fish after he would catch them. He would throw his fish just on the bank. Okay, he would just throw his fish on the ground. He'd catch them, throw them on the ground because he didn't have anything to put them in. All right. So, you know, now we're talking about fish that if you go to the store, okay, these fish would cost you over $12 a pound. Okay. So, you know, very, very expensive fish. So, you know, in the store, these fish would cost $12 a pound easily. All right. They haven't been processed. They're fresh. Okay. They haven't sprayed any ammonia on them, all right, or any of that. So he's catching his fish and he's throwing them on the ground, and he's moving around because fish have tails, just like people have legs. They don't stay in one place. Okay, they come, they move around, and so he moved down a little bit away from the fish. So he said he turned around and he saw an Edomite, a so-called white man, looking at one of his fish. And he said, he really didn't pay no attention. He just thought, this guy was just looking at the fish. And he said, lo and behold, he's fishing, and then he said something, told him, look back. And he said, the damn white man is throwing this man, he's throwing this man's fish back into the water. He's throwing this man's fish back into the water. Now, Esau, puts you into the predicament of where, he crossed, you crossed the line. Now, me, I probably would have, I probably would have hit this man in the face with a brick. Okay? Because when I tell you, now this guy, he doesn't eat fish. He sells them. Okay? He sells them. He catches them, he sells them. But he put in the work to catch them. Okay? Very good fisherman, talented. All right? He thinks he's better than me, but I don't think so. All right? But yeah, I've learned a lot of techniques from him. All right, but and that's the thing of a student and a teacher. You want your student to become better than you. Okay, you don't want just a student that's So anyway. This Edomite threw this man's fish in the water, man, and you damn near give up the spirit when you see some shit like that happening, because you thinking, man, I gotta fuck this damn fucking hunky up, and I said hunky, okay, but at a place where there's all Edomites, and so Esau only does things like that when he's around a lot of Edomites. But see, I'm from the South Side, okay? And he's from the South Side too. But I just don't give a fuck, okay? I would have opened that damn Edomite's head up with a brick or a bottle, for sure, okay? And hey, and if they would, if they would have took me in the court, I would explain. Listen, I was fishing. And this guy was throwing my fish back in the water. So I busted his shit. Okay? Anybody and everybody would understand that. Okay? So, he didn't do it, but an Asian, okay, what appeared to be an Asian man, all right? And this has happened to me fishing a lot of times, man. Okay, because Esau, he runs up on you. You think a lot of you think Esau is just this little, weak. That's because you niggas is in the fucking hood. Okay, you niggas stay in the fucking hood. You stay in your little area. And I learned, being in the streets, that's also a form of racism, man. Man, I like I said, unfortunately, okay, I gotta tell the truth. I was in a gang, man. All right, but man, I saw that it was unfair, man. It was unfair, man, And I, even as a young man, with that temperament, I wouldn't, I wasn't going to do that to my people, man. Not to people who I went to school with, knowing that I had the total advantage. Okay, the Lord didn't put that spirit on me. Okay, even did. All right, knowing that I knew I had the advantage, man, in the streets. Okay, but the advantage on who? My people, my own kind. And I wasn't going to display that. All right. But anyway, this what appeared to be an Asian, he ran over. Okay, and he pushed this damn Edomite down to the ground, man. And he said, "You fucking hunky." That's what he said, man. He called him a hunky, man. I went through the wrong exit. I went through the wrong exit. Damn it. He called him a fucking hunky, man, and pushed him down to the ground. All right. And he said, "You fucking hunkies are always fucking around with people's shit, man. That's why we fucking hate you hunkies, man." And then, the white guy, he tried to play in the innocent role. Oh, I just saw it flopping here, I didn't know how I thought it fell out of the water. Hey, a fucking fish don't fall out of the fucking water, man. Okay? A fucking fish don't fall out of the water. Okay? You have times when something may chase it out of the water. But, that may be one, okay? You're not going to see 4 or 5 fish, okay, fall out the fucking water, man. Damn, it's about to rain. So anyway, the Asian guy was like, man, he's like, man, we don't like these fucking hunkies either, man. And he kept calling him a hunky, man. He was like, man, we need to be together, man. He was like, man, we need to be together against these fucking white people, man. Okay? And now all Asian people don't have that sentiment, don't think like that. Okay? You see, a lot of Asian people, they fit right along with Esau. Okay, they try to look like Esau. They pale their skin out. Okay, they look pale as hell. All right. But you have a few, and I've always said this, and you're gonna have some Asians, okay, some people who look like, an Asian or a Chinese, because they have a Jake ass spirit. I mean, smooth, cool, got that swag, got that they say some shit, okay? And in some states around the country, because some of them, be like, man, your mother or father got to be black, man. You know what I'm saying? No, man, we're Asian. You know what I'm saying? What? Your mother and father's not black? No, man, no. We're Asian. Okay? So, you're going to have some of these people who look like so-called Asians, and a lot of times these individuals, they're studied, man. Okay? They study, okay? They study more. They study more than you Jakes. Okay? They're into studying more than you Jakes are, man. And they're going to be in the camp, man. And Jake is going to be, Jake is going to be, and they're going to get black, they're going to get black women, okay? And Jake is going to be, a lot of you Jakes in these camps, you're going to be offended, man, because you've been bullshitting. A lot of Israelites are, 2/3, you're going to be offended because you've been bullshitting, man. And you're going to have them come from all nations, man. Okay? They're going to come from all nations. You see this so-called Edomite, and I was thinking about it. You see the so-called Edomite, and he says, man, um, yeah, we're going to join together with the black people, man. That's not, sometimes Esau, just says that because they know that Jake is dumb as hell, okay? But a lot of times, those are Israelites as well, okay? But hey, whether they're Israelites or not, okay? Well, hey, Lord willing, they are Israelites, okay? And they, come into the truth, all right? But if they don't, hey, in the kingdom, hey, they'll be in the kingdom, okay? And then we'll know who they are, okay? But the strangers is just another miracle of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Just another, just to show you how powerful Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is, man. The way that he moves, his works. So, yeah, this was a long video, but anyway, till next time, Shalom.